Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin in Tucson, Arizona, and today I have for you a CAC box unboxing video of sorts. Lots and lots of coins. Most of these are for a client. Most of these are not for sale. Unfortunately, I will try to remember for you which ones are for sale. My client decided I'm going to send in some of my more expensive coins, nicer coins, tough coins, and we're going to see if we can get some stickers on them because that's the market, right? So this is a lovely 1916 quarter, just a standalone coin, MS65. Did not get the sticker. I still think that all grading companies of all types are most stringent on anything that is super high end. This coin is super dark, and you're going to see that a lot with early coins, especially this coin, which is super rare, known as a chain cent, because it's got the chain there. And it's kind of hard to understand, when you do or don't put a sticker on an AG3 straight graded 1793 chain cent. Super cool coin, but this did not get said sticker. Now, one of the fun things about this is I just get to show you a whole bunch of really cool early coins. 18th century US and early 19th century US is just fantastic stuff. This 10 cent piece, 1797, is a good 6. This guy in this condition is probably still north of $3,000, so it's pretty expensive piece. Did not sticker. I'm assuming that has a lot to do with the overall surface quality. So if we were grading these as ancients, you would have a lower surface quality on that coin, versus something that's really nice, even tone. Now this coin is something that I think a lot of you will recognize. 1795 flowing hair dollar. Super pretty. And this one is in an older PCGS holder, fine 15. Did not sticker. This coin, I will say, I'm not sure how forgiving CAC is going to be. Overall in the marketplace, a coin like this is generally accepted. Even though it's maybe a little bright, it's just really a nice looking coin overall. I think what you tend to see in some of the earlier coins is you tend to see coins that are, if they are original, have a premium to them. Next up, we have a 93S Morgan in fine 12. Once again, this is a coin that, depending on, I think what CAC is looking for, it just has to do with overall originality on a coin like this and something that does not have a lot of marks. Of course, there's also the wear content, and so this one did not get the sticker on that guy. 1857S, some of you will recognize this coin, a Shipwreck coin that we did a video on previously. This was actually out of our inventory on this guy. Graded AU58, and now has this fancy gold and green combination. Looking good, by the way. I think I mentioned before, one of my favorite labels. You can't see the label in the sunlight, mind you, but you will go blind. All right, 1797 half cent. Probably a $1,300 or $1,500 coin in fine 15. Super unevenly struck coins, the early US coinage. And by that I mean you'll see areas that have very good detail to them, followed up by areas that are very weak. There's that fractional 1 over 200. We don't get to look at these guys very often. One of the cool things is the reading here, not along the edge, just like super cool the way they did that. It's like really long and thin. No soup for you. You're going to see a pattern here, but you're going to see some nice coins. You know, some of you have observed that CAC is really getting more stringent, and I think it just depends a little bit on what I think they evaluate each coin individually, but you got to know what they're looking at. So I always think originality is a bonus, especially on earlier stuff. This 1806 half cent in XF. So there's the grade element to the coin, but then there's also surface quality and things of that nature that I think need to be taken into account when you're looking at different things. Here we go into, we got another cool large cent. This one is another AG3, so we have two AG3s. And once again, that's super cool. What a neat coin. So the other one was very porous. This coin also has a decent amount of porousness to it, porosity. But you know, for my eye, I think I probably would have stickered. You know, if you put the two next to each other, maybe I would have stickered this. You know, but then again, when you've got the rim bumps and stuff, how do they account for that? And I asked the question because I'm not 100% sure. Here's a 1794 in a fine 12 holder. And these holders are all just a little bit scuffy. Unfortunately, that's why we sell those little holders that you put over your graded coins. See, this one's interesting because it does have a touch of discoloration there on the back, right there, but they still stickered it. But you can see it's got a lot more detail. It's really hard to see the back on this coin, but there's a good shot of how nice that front looks though. But never fall in love with a pretty face. 1804, large cent, PCGS good 6. You know, a little weak around the rim there, but overall an attractive coin. Did not sticker. This is fun. This is an 1810 over an 1809, 1810 over 9 large cent. These are cool because you can really see the 0 under the 1. The 9's a little harder to see under the 0, but the 0 under the 1 is like super easy to see. PCGS fine 12. That guy did not sticker. This is me burying the lead. Not really. 1850 MS64. So this one's cool. I really like this coin, and so I'm not sure on this one, you know, what exactly it was that they didn't like on this coin. It didn't like's the wrong way of putting it, but you know, because you got to remember that really to get a sticker, it's got to be in the top half. Now copper is tough because you start to get any type of spotting or something going on copper, and they're probably not going to put their sticker on it because they're concerned, of course, long term about how that's going to play out. This is the granddaddy here, 1877, VF25. You know, your judgment call on these coins, I would have stickered this guy. But, you know, once again, I can say, well, you've got that mark right on the cheek. I'm like, well, yeah, but look at the rest of the coin. You know, it's just lovely how many how many VF25s look that nice. You know, maybe they all do, Ben. Maybe they all do. All right, this 1857 Flying Eagle is PCGS MS62. Really nice strike. Lots of times the tail feathers on these are melded really into one, and you can see those are they're not super defined, but they're nicely defined. Pretty good luster. These copper nickel cents don't luster well. That one gets the sticker. Circle gets a square. This is, we have an 09S in an MS63 brown. What can brown do for you? I will say, so on this coin, you know, that glossiness, some people don't like that on their cents. See how glossy that looks? And others do. I find that to be kind of a grading inconsistency in the marketplace. You know, not to say that, you know, not to say like calling out one company is inconsistent. I just mean in general, that is not super consistent. This 09S VDB is an AU53. And a good amount of luster on it still for 53. And got the eye appeal sticker on that. I keep calling it the eye appeal sticker because, you know, that's just how I view things. 09S Indian, pardon me, Lincoln MS62. A little bit of that wood grain going on there. Not a whole lot. The wood grain look is when you see like the light and dark, almost like tiger's wood or like a bark on, you see it especially on cents from like, I don't know, the 1870s through the early 1900s. It's a cool look to it. Oh, and that guy did not sticker. Here's a cool piece, 1800. This is a 10-cent piece in a PCGS good 6 holder. Like I said, I was excited to show you guys this, just if nothing else, to see some coins you don't see every day. Absolutely, when you look at a coin like this, which is a little bit bright, you know, the reality is that on a lot of those earlier coins, the market is pretty clear that, you know, that's a coin that is you straight grade, which is what they did. So that's a really nice looking coin overall, I think. Good 6, like I said, if you may have noticed that a lot of those earlier coins have a very inconsistent strikes to them. Here is a 1795 half dime in a green label, fatty, NGC fatty. See if I can get close enough to film it. It's in the fatty, 1795. There we go. 1795 half dime. Good, pardon me, VG8. And, you know, overall surface quality, originality, you know, you compare this coin to the one before it, and that is just really super original. That's a cool coin. That looks good, green on green. These like green labels have really become some of my favorite as far as, you know, for all y'all out there who look at labels and like them. That's just something I've come to like for the quality of coins that are in there. This 1851 3-cent piece is in an older PCGS green label MS63. And really clean looking fields on there. Nice luster, and got rewarded for it. Neat looking coin. Just a reminder, pretty much none of these are ours, so they're just, you know, it's mostly show and tell at this point. Going back to some early coins, 1797 half dime, and you can see just how bright this coin is. It is straight graded VG8, but once again, you know, I think that overall expectations are when a coin gets to be about that bright, they're probably not gonna give it the sticker. They are rewarding, I think, originality when it comes to the earlier coinage. 1916 from Denver. And this is a good 6, which is good to look at because we see a lot of 16Ds and they're almost always AG3s. And this one has, you know, you can make out all the lettering. The rim is almost 100% full. You got just a touch of the I and Erica. You got the Erica. You can't spell America without Erica. No sticker on that guy. 1806 over 5 quarter. A lot of these early dies were re-engraved. Look at all the action going on there under that date. there's just a whole there's a whole lot going on, man. That early stuff. The guys who study those dye diagnostics. This is a PCGS VG8. Yeah, the guys who study those early dye diagnostics must have had a good time. So once again, talk about the inconsistency on the way these coins were struck up. You look at how beautiful this area of the coin looks, and then you look down here, this flat spot. Now, I would never attribute that flat spot to wear because you can see that the coin is actually struck up the amount of wear on the rest of the coin over here. I happen to think, I haven't been very vocal about disagreeing with what to stick or not because, it's just not really my thing. But I will say this one, out of everything so far, I think I would have stickered all the things that have not stickered. It just has a cool original look to it. And I realize that, when you see a VG8, you think there's not much detail there, but really, there's quite a bit of detail there. There's just a whole lot of awkward strike. The strike is really different on that. So this 1917 MS62 full head, for those of you who don't know, is just the strike designation when you can see the full hairline moving in there on the head of Liberty. This is the type 1 quarter. And super lustrous, the overall fields are pretty scuffy. That's why it's an MS62. You start to see that scuffiness a little bit when you turn the coin in the light. You get to see some of the little marks everywhere kind of in the field there. Did not sticker. And here's the type 2. So now you've got the chainmail covering the breast on this MS63 full head. And I do not know if they take full head into consideration when they make their CAC stickering decisions. And this guy did not sticker. Like I said, we're going to see a little bit of a running pattern here, unfortunately, on these guys. But I got a lot more great coins to show you, and there's a few more surprises here eventually. This is a 23S and a fine 12 holder. PCGS fine 12, 23S better date. The high point on these coins were where the date is, and so they are just almost obliterated. So, it's just interesting to see the difference in how the coins look based on how they're produced. A little bit bright. I think that probably was just a little too bright for them. I think the overall coin is looking a little shiny, but this 1795 half dollar is graded fine 15. At the time of this filming, Stack's Bowers just announced their CMQ, which is going to rival CAC, and they've talked about having coins that just, I think they really emphasize the eye appeal idea, which is always, to me, more interesting. Didn't sticker. There's plenty going on here that you can understand maybe why. Also, though, still an amazing coin. I mean, how often do you see one of those? The answer is just about never, right? So, what a cool coin. I could just really stare at early coins, 18th century US coins kind of all day. Warts and all, if you will. Like, just, they're so cool. 1807 half dollar PCGS fine 15. So, John Albanese has talked about how on the darker toned coins, there's this balance between, I was just talking about originality of surface quality and stuff, and darker toned coins. I do feel like this is a coin based on his comments that previously they would have stickered, but he said that the marketplace seemed to disagree with him. And when he says that, I assume he means that there were coins that they were not able to sell as easily that were dark. So this next coin, this XF45, kind of falls into the same category on this 1837, where he just felt like the darker toned coins were not trading as well, even though they are very original. So DNS did not sticker. DNC did not CAC. Here's a 1912 MS62. PCGS graded Barber. Barber $half. Always just a lovely, lovely coin, uncirculated. Something you just don't get to see every day. Probably the second coin in the group that kind of surprises me it doesn't have a sticker, because, you know, I think that's a really attractive coin for a 2. And I'm not seeing anything really, really detrimental on the coin that's going to pull it down. here's a real pretty coin, 1916 from the Denver Mint. Probably $1,000 coin here in MS63. One of my favorite issues. I mean, all of the 1916 coins just make me happy. These guys had the mint mark on the obverse there under the word trust. And this is, like I said, PCGS MS63. You know, and also did not CAC. I will say again, this, like the previous coin, you know, I would fight for a little bit. You know, it's interesting to me, some of the coins that I see more frequently, I just feel maybe a little bit more comfortable talking about whether or not I think that they should have a quality sticker to it. You know, but at the end of the day, really what the stickering game is, it's grading on a curve, right? I mean, you're comparing it to all the other coins in the same grade subset. AU50 on this seeded dollar, 1842. And really another attractive coin. You get to see the luster act on there. Pretty cool. This one also did not sticker. So where's that balancing act, guys, between too bright and too dark? This 1871 is a VF20, which, you know, once again, grade is good. You know, it's a nice grade. So are we looking at two extremes here? Surface quality too dark on this guy, surface quality too bright on this guy. You know, and just how original is original. This is just stuff for you to, all of us, to really train our eyes to and just understand, you know, what is preferred in the marketplace. 1878S MS63. So once again, a coin that we don't see a ton of in this grade. MS63, mint state, nice coin. No sticker. It has a lot of chatter on it, and so I can understand not getting a sticker, but man, it is pretty. I mean, very attractive. I really like that one. All right, 78 Carson City and MS63. Whoops. No sticker for you. You know, this is a coin, once again, where you see a ton of a coin, and when I talk about grading on a curve, that's, you know, you definitely are up against a lot of competition if you're 78cc and 63. Next up, you got this 1893 VAM4 double die verse stars, NGC AU50. See, I think the stars on this guy are on the right side. I don't have VAMs memorized, but in my mind it was one of these stars on this side that's doubled. But either way, they have a lot of original stuff in there. AU50, interesting coin. Talk about originality. The luster is a little bit hidden under there. Gets the sticker. So this is our case study, guys, because here is a 1893-0 in AU50 that appears to be more lustrous of a coin. Now it's interesting comparison, right? Here we go. This is not true. I'm just saying this because I think I'm funny. Maybe when you see another sticker, you don't put yours on there. Anyway, not true. Just being silly, people. All right, so you know, this is I think the one on the right is such a really good example of that balance. Let's go back actually to these two coins really quick and talk about, you know, the balance of quality in between a coin that's really darkly toned, probably from the environment, to something that's probably just a little too bright, maybe it was dipped out 100 years ago or 25, to one that is in between. And I think this is a really good case study, something for us all to consider. Once again, a lot of this was a value play, so these are better coins, and the client wanted to send stuff in and see if we can get some stickers on stuff. And here's another one that's a VF20, and you can kind of see the difference in overall brightness on a coin, right? So next up, a 63 on this piece dollar and NGC 63. Intriguing only because I know I had a similar coin go off recently that didn't get stickered that I liked. Now I like this coin too, mind you. It's got great eye appeal and few to no obvious bag marks on it, but I will say that, you know, they don't just give out stickers. Here's an MS61 piece dollar that they did not sticker. So I've got, where's all my bonus coins here at the end? I say bonus coins because they're coins that I actually think I get to sell, most of these. Something like that, 1919D. I'd gotten a group of nickels in, and I really thought about sending a few more off. I'd like this coin here is an AU58, which I came like so close to just cracking out and sending to NGC. And it's super lovely. A little bit of a rotated die, whatever that is, 7.28 degrees. And nice coin. But once again, no gold beans here. This is a green bean show only, people, if you're eating your vegetables. 24S, another coin that's a pretty tough coin. This is graded AU50. This was another one that I came very close to just cracking out because I see like little to no wear on this thing. To me, this one, can I say that I got a green bean and I'm disappointed? Because this, I was close to cracking out, but the problem is anytime you go from a 58 to a 60, that's such a fine line. I still think there's no way this coin's only a 50. You know, there's just not more than a skosh of wear on the sucker, and the luster is like 90% there. So cool coin. So in the meantime, this 26D, which is a tougher coin also, I liked because it had this funky purple going on here, like that. That is fun. MS63, you know, I thought, come on now, look at the toning. There it is. So some of these come really flatly struck. Once again, nickel is among the hardest coins to tell when the strike is poor and the luster is not all there. You know, look at how flat the head is on this guy. And, you know, this is graded MS63 because it's fully lustrous. And but they're not going beyond that, and they didn't bean it. So, you know, there you go. Bean it. Just bean it. 1932D. So once again, one of the single toughest coins you're going to see. This is one of the coins that absolutely, in my opinion, has what I would call like a grade barrier, grade protection built in. So this is MS64. And for those of you who don't know, it's like the coin's population drops immensely from 4 to 5 and then just disappears in 6. It's like they don't even exist. I've always felt like they kind of protect these coins, but also they, listen to me. So also they the Washington Quarter Series, I've always told you, whatever grade you think it is, just drop it a grade. So this coin, I think if it weren't for those couple hits on the neck, really approaches that 65 quality. But, you know, they're there. It's a beautiful 64. I wish it had the sticker on it. But just a great coin. For someone who previously collected that series, I can tell you it's a really, really neat piece. This coin, I am fairly certain, was one that we sent in from that original group of coins from the 1981 mail order deal. And this is an MS64. And the coin's lovely. Lovely, lovely, but it's still lovely. A lot of the coins that don't sticker here are still lovely. Speaking of lovely, so this, oh man, who's the photographer? Fire that guy. 1900, MS64. What generation is this holder? This is a thin. It's not a fatty, but I can feel the difference in the holder. It's, I think, right after the fatties a little bit, or 2 generations. I don't know. Who cares? MS64 with a sticker really adds a lot on those guys. They are hard to get, the 20 libs and 64 with a sticker on them. Definitely difficult. I like this coin. Can I say that? 1934 from the Denver Mint. MS65. I just think it's super attractive. It has a real nice satiny finish to it. And I love the originality on this coin. And that's okay. I'm not mad about it. I still love the coin. And I just think it has a good look to it overall. Okay, 2 more to show you, and then we're going to wrap it up here. 1880S. Gosh, where did I get this coin? Have I had this coin a long time? MS66. This has got a lot of the look that I enjoy on a Morgan dollar. Overall, super solid coin. You know, a lot of those ADSs come this way. A little bit of reflectivity to it, just a hair. But that's fun. Getting a sticker on a 6 is always fun. But nice eye appeal on that guy. And last but not least, I know where I got this coin from. This was Vegas, baby, Vegas. I got that brand new holder on here. The brand new NGC label with the individual QR code on the back. And this coin is a 67 plus. And let's look at it close. You know, it's hard to tell on these Buffalo nickels because there's so much action going on these coins. And by that I mean, you know, your open spaces are behind the feathers, behind the neck, in front of the chin, in front of the face. But after that, the coin is wrinkly, right? So really almost all your contact marks, you know, the neckline and the cheek and the jaw and the forehead, all that's open. But then you get everything in the hair and it's just hidden. And then there's the buffalo side where, my goodness, the entire body is wrinkly, right? So it's a really difficult coin to grade in high grade. And that's kind of fun. We end on a high note for kind of a neat looking coin. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I've been the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.